welcome to my channel. So today I decided to record my first sim house building for my modern house. It was a pretty chill day. It was Saturday, so decided to record it and just show y'all what I did to go through and do the house. So my inspiration was somewhat of a tiny home. I kind of felt like I was watching a YouTube video actually about the storage container homes. I feel like really inspired by those for some reason. And for this one, it made me feel like, I don't know, kind of imagine, I didn't have an inspiration for a certain sim. Sometimes when I'm building sim houses, I want to like it to match the sim that I'm building, but this time I built the house before I put the sim in the house, if that makes sense. So I didn't really have a huge thing that I was like trying to figure out what I was going to do for. But yeah, so I wasn't really sure what layout I was trying to go for or what I was trying to do, but I just wanted something kind of chill. I was only gonna put one sim in there, so maybe eventually a family, but I'm not sure. So right there you can see I'm kind of deciding on the kitchen. I'm super indecisive all the time, so you will see that like completely all throughout my build, and I change everything. I choose one thing and then I change everything. But yeah, there I was putting in the sink and the countertops, the trash can, all of that good stuff, and then trying to decide what table I wanted. But for some reason, every time I watch the tiny home videos, I have like so much inspiration, but then I hear the interviews for the people that live in them, and they're like, oh, my parents' land, or oh, this or that. And then it makes me like, well, it's not fair. Because I want a tiny home. I have a house, but I want a tiny home too. So I guess it just depends. I love my house, and I don't want to move out, but it is very nice to not have debt, so I'm assuming that's why people have tiny homes. But yeah, so here I was kind of trying to toy with the idea of putting the wallpaper on the side because I wanted some extra color. It's not color. Like, literally, I just wanted to go for, like, a more minimalist kind of structure, choosing my lights and stuff. But that's why I wasn't really sure what I want to do. But then I put the wall to kind of break up the rooms, but not fully, like, break up the rooms with a full wall. My sim can still pretty much try to get in there, so it's fine. And there I was kind of trying to figure out the window situation and if I wanted wallpaper on the window side. And then once I put the windows together, I loved it more. But then I started looking at the countertops, and I realized that I actually didn't like the color of the countertops. I don't know what was going on here. Like, I started changing it as usual, me being indecisive. I was like, but once I put the black countertops in there, I realized that I loved it so much more. It just looked more sleek and nicer to go with like the more minimal look that I was going for. And so I did that. And yeah, I put the light and the paper towel and the spatula and the fruit and all of that good stuff. So I was just kind of trying to put some plants in there and kind of make that work. And then trying to choose the front door of what color I wanted, just choose a basic modern looking one. Then in the front, I kind of usually like putting like a little bench or something, and so that's what I did right there. I was just trying to kind of choose what kind of design I wanted, but then I looked at the brick and I didn't like that it was all brick. Oh, you get my notification for my Mac dying because every time I play Sims, my battery is drained. But yeah, so I'm choosing the door right there, and then let's see. Yeah, I'm still trying to choose the bathroom door. That I don't like when, for some reason, I'm sure if you're watching this and you play Sims, you know that like when one door doesn't look right on the wall because there's not enough like area to put the door on, it looks weird. So I like to like make it match in the middle. It's kind of creepy, but not creepy, kind of weird. I don't know why I said creepy, but then I thought the room looked kind of bland without any colors. So, but I didn't want to put too much of a bright color, so I added the blue tile because I felt like that might break it up a little bit. Then a TV because my sim can spend their spare time. Oh my gosh, here I go turning the couch 500 times. Oh my gosh. And then yeah, putting a desk and stuff. But yeah, every time I watch those tiny sim houses, not sim houses, just tiny houses in general, the storage containers are super cute and I love them, so that's what made me want to kind of just build it. I kind of wanted to relax today. I was kind of tired when I got home, so just kind of I was trying to just think there. I don't really know what that was going on. But, and of course, I'll choose like art on the wall for all my Sims places, and then I'll decide, oh, I don't like this, and then I'll change it, and then I'll literally always go back to the same thing I chose from the beginning. It looked good, but not on that wall together. So, but I needed some color, so I had to put something. And I chose the door, and then for the bathroom, I just kind of wanted something simple, monochrome, without too much color. And I was going to choose a bath, but then I ended up choosing a shower, so I guess it just depends. just a regular toilet, and then a kind of more modern sink. I kind of wanted a mirror. And then for all my like minimal sim houses, I have just various things like the mirror, the long mirror, and just adding the accessories and stuff. But yeah, I kind of imagine that like my sim in this house is like just like a one sim, and they're like young and they like entertain and have like parties and stuff is kind of what I went with when I started building it. I was like, at first I started with a theme like the minimalist, modern, tiny space house, but then once I started getting more into it, I was like, oh, I kind of want it for this sim, or you know, that kind of thing. Then a red for a pop of color with the little plant. And then here I was like trying to figure out if I wanted a shoe rack or whatever, but then I realized that just looks terrible, so I was like, no, scratch that. Then I couldn't choose a rug, and then I finally chose a rug, but I didn't like it. Then I finally did choose a rug that I actually liked. But yeah, and I was gonna put something against the wall right next to the little shoe rack area, but then I ended up not doing it. So I guess it just depends on what I do. So yeah, and then in the bedroom, I just wanted something very open for the sim that lives there. Like the sim that ends up living there, they just kind of like wake up and have a good view. Because for this house, I felt like there was this like really good specific view, and I just moved the tile into that area. So yeah, but what was I doing there? Oh yeah, I was trying to decide what, and I wanted like little sitting area in the room. I don't know, I just love that. Like I really did like this house, but it was just, I wanted to do it like, I had only a couple hours to do it, so I was like, oh, I'll just do it in an hour. And then this is actually the first video I've ever recorded of my Sims. Like, I don't know why I put the yellow wall in there. I was trying something, it did not work out. I was like, done, never again, not in this house. But yeah, I was trying something different. I've never recorded a video for my Sim stuff, but I always want to. I just never, I always forget. And so this is like a pretty chill build, so I was like, well, I don't have anything going on the rest of the night, so I probably might as well just try it and then do a voiceover later. But I don't know how it's gonna sound. And then I didn't like the gray door once outside, so I had to rechange it. Yeah. Then I was trying to decide if I wanted a deck or if I wanted like a deck with a, what is it called, like an awning? I don't really know, or like a wall on top or whatever, ceiling. But yeah, so I ended up trying to put columns outside. It was just a mess. It was just literally a mess. But I don't know, Sims really, like, building in Sims really relaxes me every single time, so I have to basically just, oh my gosh, I'm looking at myself change the patio, like, so many times, but to pick a certain color. I will say that sometimes the patio colors on Sims, they look one color, but then when you put them in, they look a completely different color, so that's not really cool, but whatever. Just kidding. Yeah, so it was just a matter of trying to get all the colors in together, and later I'll do a finished tour of it, of the Sims house that I built, to finally show what it is. So yeah, there I was trying to figure out how I was going to do the deck, because I decided that I didn't want a ceiling over it, because I think like you can see right in a little bit, whenever I put the roof on there, I felt like it just covered the house, and I didn't really like that. And normally I go like more all out with my roofs, or I fix it better, but this time I was just kind of like feeling lazy, so I just decided not to. But I kind of feel like the storage container roofs are always like pretty simple, at least the ones that I've seen on YouTube. Like they're pretty simple, like usually they're just like flat roofs, or if they do have an angle, oh my gosh, you know when you build your first Sims house and the roof looks like shit, that's literally my roof, but it's okay. But and this is literally not my first Sims house, so I don't know why my roofs, I can never do good roofs though, no matter like what. Like I can do okay roofs, because one time I did a house with a clear roof on top and it was really pretty, but that's not this house, and that's not today. But yeah, so just adding colors, and then I figured out that I tried the columns again, and then I figured out that I didn't want that, so I ended up just bringing the walls in, bringing the roof back, making it look a lot better. I'm literally getting motion sickness from watching this faster replay of my game playing. But I did want a deck, and I did, like I said, like halfway through the build, I realized that I wanted a Sim that would be like entertaining her friends or his friends, or I ended up going with the female Sim, so I was like her friends to entertain them like at the house. So I decided to end up putting a pool, and then just like kind of doing all that stuff. But yeah, so then put some stairs. It's screen recording. But let's see, yeah. So then I just wanted some furniture, and I wasn't sure what kind of furniture I was going to put on the outside, because it was a lot of white, but then I started putting the black and I was like, oh, it's too dark. But so I ended up just going with the white, and I felt like that it made it look like really clean and stuff. So, and then for the plant, I don't know, I was about to put a speaker outside. That literally made no sense, but okay. And then like I said, I had decided on a pool. I just needed to put the pool. The lawn chairs and stuff, and I was gonna put a patio table, but I don't know why I chose that one. And then it was like so concrete, and then I just couldn't decide on a tile, so I was like, well, maybe I just do a basic one, then I can do a better table. Yeah, so I put some chairs, like more color than my little flag, and then a hose, and what else? Oh, just some trim around the pool. I never, for some reason, never liked the purple pool color. I know some people build with it and it looks really pretty, but like I've never been in a pool that's actually purple. Maybe I'm not like cool enough, but I've only been in ever blue pool. I've only ever been in blue pools, so I can't relate to a purple pool. So I just like never use it. That's really bad. There's like furniture that, if you're watching this, you play Sims, so you probably know. But there's furniture that you always use because you're just like comfortable with it. That's how I am. But yeah, if y'all want to see me try to make any more things, just let me know. If you have any recommendations or like any challenges or anything you guys want to see me do, just leave it in the comments and I'll try it out. I'm not an expert like most people that play Sims on YouTube anyway. I just do it for fun because I relax and it gives me a good time besides school and stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching though, and subscribe and leave comments below if you want me to do anything. But yeah, I'm going to do a tour in a second so you can see how the finished product looks, because it's kind of hard to see. And the loading screen. Then here's my tour. Here's the living room. I'm like the hostess with the mostest. I'm just kidding. And then the light, little stuff. You know when you like watch yourself do something, you cringe? That's literally me right now looking at my house tour, because my mouse is so shaky because I didn't have my trackpad. I didn't have my mouse pad. So I was using my just regular mouse on my desk, and I was just like, oh my gosh, it's not good. Yeah, so that's the living room back again. I honestly really feel like I like this. Like, I would live here, but I'm the one who built it, so that's probably why. But I'm sure some people watch this and be like, that's ugly. I'm like, well, thank you. But yeah, so I just love this view. I can just like imagine if I was a Sim sitting right there, and it's just so pretty. Like, it's just really pretty. But yeah, so like, subscribe, do whatever y'all want to do. You can dislike too if you like. If you like, you can dislike. That's what I'm gonna say.